Welcome back everybody to another WildStar video with Konungr. So I know it's been quite a while since I've done a video other than the Omna kill video this past week. My guild judgment just downed him, spent 2 weeks on him. I think we had a grand total of 61 or 62 pulls. But anyways, I decided that it was probably a good idea to go ahead and update my UI video. I know there'd been some previous questions on it, and I made quite a few changes to my R mastery setup. And while I was at it, I figured I'd go ahead and do a whole UI type deal for the most part. So let's get started. Well, I guess it would help if I am in WildStar itself. Okay, so I know it kind of looks a little bit funky right now. I have it in edit mode, which is 4 different add-ons right now. All these big chunks of color are Corona frames, which personally by far the best frames. They're really lightweight. Corona's a great add-on maker. Makes a lot of add-ons. You probably already use Corona bags, which is the new one, Curlac Helper, Omna Helper, and a few more. So that's the unit frames that I use, and here's the sprint dash meter that comes with that. Let's go ahead and exit out of that. Then right here we have Stalker Resource System. That's the suit power I use. That's right underneath my R mastery. Go ahead and close that out. Now, of course, we have Interrupter that's right below it, and then S-Cast bar below that. And there's my focus bar as well, which that went away. So those are those. If you've watched my videos in the upper left hand corner, or if you watched the Omna video, in the upper left hand corner my raid frames, those are Quick Frames V2, got Strike Card Meter, and that's pretty much it for most of the add-ons I use rating wise. I'll go ahead and drop this. So as you can see, I use candy bars for my action bars, but I only have the 2 secondary bars for various macros and raid consumables, and then the utility bar and my stance button. That's it. I don't actually have the rest of the action bars shown at all. So let's go ahead and pull that back up, and let's get into the meat of the matter, which is the R masteries. Now, R masteries, there's so many different things you can do with this. I've just kind of been working on trying to get them better for myself. So it's pretty much kept the same design as the last video, still trying to go after that Feral by Night style with the icons surrounding it. We'll go ahead and start. I'm going to break it up into 3 sections. So you got your main window here, which is kind of the move suggestion for Shred, Impale, Punish, and if it's on my bars, which it's only ever on my bars for farming, but Neutralize. On the left hand side, we're going to have 1, 2, and 3. 1 is going to be either Analyze Weakness or Ruin. It's never Ruin nowadays after drop 3 unless they buff it back up and drop 4. It's actually a DPS loss to have on your bars compared to anything else you could have. Picking it up is just taking away from Impales. My next window down is going to be Concussive Kicks. Now that I have full ability points, that's all it ever is. It stays there 100% of the time, even out of combat, and it shows the cooldown on Concussive Kicks. Next window down is it's my first utility window. Now, if I have any stuns or IA on the bar, that's what it's going to show all the time. Stagger and Collapse. And there's only one build that I use that does this. This is my max DPS build. I do not have Stagger or Collapse on my bar at all. Tactical Retreat will show there, because I'll have Tactical Retreat. Max DPS for Stalker build right now, it's full up. There's no available LAS options. Shred, Impale, Analyze Weakness, Punish, Concussive Kicks. Preparation, full channel. Last time I tested it, it was about 16% crit that I had, and it was a good 50 to 100% or 50 to 100 DPS gain doing the full channel over nested. Not much, but it is a gain. Gained some gear recently. I'm going to test that again this evening and post up those results. But as of my last test, it was a gain. I haven't tested it with CK, but I have a feeling it's still a small gain to do the full channel. And then Tactical Retreat for those extra procs using Unfair Advantage, and then Pounce. So, over here, this little window, which you won't see right now, but let me go ahead and turn one of those on, like there. That's my other utility window. It's going to be my other ability. If I have any interrupts, Tactical Retreat will be in this window. That also shows Preparation, and it also has Stim Drone for any time I have Stim Drone on. In the eventuality, and there's only one fight in GA so far that's like this, that you have to have 2 IA and your CC breakup, that's the only time I ever remove Pounce off my bars, and when I do, Stim Drone goes there. Just because I don't like having that spot missing. And then, of course, my innate cooldown, that way I can always track that. So, I'm going to go ahead and do just like I did in the last video, and do a quick rundown of it for you. If I didn't just waste my gadget there. Which, I used to have a gadget icon, but I just quit tracking it that way. Needed more real estate. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, as you see, as soon as I enter combat, it's going to throw up my Analyze Weakness and Preparation. I also added a flash border to Shred because it's one of the things that I suffer with the most. I always seem to forget to hit it when I should, just because I use the hold to continue casting on Impale. That way it always casts as soon as I have that 30 suit power. So there's that. Let me go ahead and back out of there, and there's that. So you see that it stakes right there. And let's watch prep. There we go. Okay. So that's pretty much all 7 of the icon windows. As you see, it's kind of a move suggestion. It's based off of suit power and whenever punish procs, which I'm pretty good about proccing it as soon as I'm holding it and Impale down at the same time. I'm never above suit power very long. As you saw, it cast Impale and then punish immediately, and jumped me right back up to that 75 suit power. So those are those windows. I'm going to go ahead and switch out specs really quick so you can see where Stim Drone and Tactical Retreat goes in other specs. I carry 5 builds in my sassy builds. First off is max DPS, so my 5 abilities, my normal 5 abilities are in every build. Shred, Impale, Analyze Weakness, Punish, and Concussive Kicks. Then I have 3 utility that I can have at any given time. Pounce is in every one except for the one where I absolutely have to have it, which is Stim Drone plus Collapse and Stagger. The next one down is going to be Stim with, I guess it's on, I have it set to only show in combat, that way I have a good combat tracker. But you've got that Stim Drone with Stagger and Pounce. My next build is going to be Collapse, Stagger, and Pounce, so 2 IA and Pounce. Then we start getting into our DPS builds again with 1 Stagger and Preparation with Pounce, and then of course the last one is Prep, Tac Retreat, and Pounce. I'm going to post all these codes up on the Stalker forums this time. The thread I have on my guild forums isn't open to the public because it's hidden behind needing to log in, so I'm going to go ahead and create a thread on the Stalker forums, which if y'all haven't been over there lately, definitely go check it out. I just posted up a purple and orange gear guide for Stalkers with stat weights, so it ranks all the gear currently available in the game, purple and orange. There are still a few items missing that Javet Hole didn't pick up because they don't have brutality on them, because I filtered by brutality with no insider tech. But it is a fairly good resource if you don't have something like that. With Waitmate dead, there's really nothing for us out there, so I went ahead and created one and made it available to the public. So go check that out. And yeah, keep watching the forums as well, because I will be posting the results of my Concussive Kicks prep tests from full channel versus nested, and see how that goes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed viewing. I hope you enjoyed the Omna video. More videos of Datascape to come, and I will see you next time.